go. It is another edition of The Bro Show, episode 17. I'm Greg T. That there is Jamie. Jamie, you ready to roll?
I'm ready, baby.
I love it. 17 episodes. I love it. And we got a great show planned for everybody today. Tell them who we have on.
We have my boy, Sam Tooley, the founder of AlphaFit.
Yeah.
We have Kieran, feels good, Williams.
You know, with every single episode, with all your friends that come on, they're all physically fit. They all look good. And then there's just me, this big fat blob that sits at the end of the table.
It's
you. It's really difficult. It's difficult.
That's you. I'm going to jab you in the neck with Ozempic every fucking week.
I need that. That's
I'll
what I need.
get you medically tailored fucking weight loss guaranteed, motherfucker.
I just
Trizepatide to the carotid artery.
I need like an inspiration.
Every Thursday.
I need to be inspired.
No,
Maybe
you
these
don't.
guys
Just
can
get
do it
the
today.
shot, bro. Just get the fucking shot, Greg.
My God.
Do some free fucking promotion for somebody and get the fucking shot.
You know what? There you go. Give us the shot. We're going to give you some free promotion here. We need the shot here.
Greg needs the fucking shot. Just give him the shot.
Hey, I do want to tell you, though, last week we were talking to Steve and Angelo, and I ended up going over to Beach Tavern.
So did I.
Thank you for your recommendation.
Delicious.
Delicious. I had a great time. I really did. And I didn't realize like how beautiful it is with all the boats surrounding the whole place.
It's awesome.
It really is a great place. So just wanted to say thank you for your recommendation.
Yeah.
Shout out to Steve. Thanks for having me. It was a good time.
Dude, the problem is, bro.
Yeah.
There's so many good spots.
That's the truth.
There's just not enough time.
That is the truth.
Yeah.
That is the truth.
Beach Tavern's fucking awesome. Second Jetty's awesome.
That's my next place I got to go to, Second Jetty. I've yet to be there. That's my next place to go to.
Cousins, which I'm about to go to, is awesome.
I love Cousins. You got no problem there, man.
Fucking love Cousins.
Love it. All right, we're going to talk about food. We're going to talk about drinks. We're going to talk about our two guests. We're going to get inspired. We're going to feel good. You ready to roll?
Oh, baby, I'm ready to go.
On that note, let's get ready to bring them on out. Eat Clean Bro. They deliver fresh, healthy, chef-prepared meals right to your door. So whether you're into bodybuilding or weight loss or just trying to eat better without the hassle of cooking, Eat Clean Bro has got a ton of options for you. Gluten-free options, high-protein options, chicken parm with sweet potato mash, buffalo chicken, mac and cheese, turkey meatballs and pasta, teriyaki salmon with jasmine rice, and Eat Clean Bro delivers within 24 hours in New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania area. So if you're looking to try it out or you want help picking some meals that match your goals, head over to eatcleanbro.com right now. Eat Clean Bro. That's where to go.
Where to go.
All right, Jamie, you ready? Episode 17, about to crank it up. We got two great guests. Let's introduce them and let's get going.
We got my boy Sam Tooley here, founder of Alpha Fit Club, Garage Gym.
Yeah.
Alpha Performance, then turned into Garage Gym because of the Google Maps confusion. And we got my boy Kieran, Feels Good Williams.
It sounds like a great, like a quarterback's name. Ladies and gentlemen, a quarterback, Kieran Feels Good Williams.
He just makes it feel good.
Yeah.
Win, win, win.
That's all I do is win, 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 no matter what.
So, Kieran, Kayla said that you have a 100-mile race coming up. 100 miles?
100 miles. A week from Saturday. I'll be running from Illinois to Wisconsin and back. Or no, Wisconsin to Illinois and back.
Delivering mail? Why would you want to do that? I mean, that ended years ago.
Wait, Illinois to Wisconsin.
Yeah. Illinois
Pony
to
Express.
Wisconsin, yeah. So it's Belleville, Wisconsin to Orangeville, Illinois, and back. Like 2 or 3 times.
2 or 3 times, or just one long?
I didn't really
time?
look at the race guide. I just know it's 101 miles.
What's the so what are you playing on the
Deep
earphones,
confusion.
right? Like
Deep
Earphones. So it's that's a. It's
Greg's
not,
mad. He's got to get up in the middle of the night to piss, let alone run
I can't
100
even get
miles.
to go to
Dude.
Bro Mountain next year.
Yeah.
So that's the cool thing about ultra running is that you don't have to get up to piss because you're already up.
You
can
just pee your
piss wherever
pants?
you want. No, like if you're on the trail, step off to the side. Everyone's gonna be friendly enough. But the why is that the ultimate question,
No,
or just
bro,
like how
I
does it
want to
work?
know what the fuck you're listening to in your headphones.
Oh, music.
Does your battery die after
Are you
100
allowed
miles?
headphones?
How many?
You're
like,
definitely allowed headphones. Bring a phone charger, like a portable one you plug in. I'll
how
bump
long
back
does
and
that
forth.
take?
Depends how fast you go.
Well, haven't you done this before?
Then a couple. So this one,
You've done a couple 100-mile runs.
yeah,
How many New York City marathons have you done?
2.
I've done 2 as well.
Yeah?
That's crazy.
New York City Marathon's something I wish everyone had the opportunity to do.
I agree. The scenery
It's one of the
is
coolest
amazing.
experiences. Even if you just walk the whole time,
It's
Yeah.
like the Super Bowl for people, for
Super
regular
Bowl of
people.
running.
It's better than the Super Bowl
Yeah.
in my opinion,
I like it more than
because
the
there's
Super
no
Bowl.
team. It's just people, and you're just rocking.
Yeah.
Because no
Have you
one
ever-
loses. It's like a Super Bowl. No one could lose. Like
You're right.
You know how the Philly fans got like the Phillies absolutely destroyed. It was the Kansas City Chiefs or whatever. Or what was it?
The Eagles.
No, the Eagles won,
Right.
but they fucked that other
Chiefs,
team up
yeah.
bad.
Right. The Chiefs.
The Eagles
It was-
ran them over. Like it wasn't even a game, and the Eagles fans were so excited. That's like the New York City Marathon, but for everybody. Everyone gets to be a Phillies fan on the.
Everyone's having a good time.
Like the Phillies fans, like they're like Like I talked on it sometimes how getting like Eddie Alvarez, one of my friends, we were at Wells Fargo Center and cheering for Eddie and like a Philly crowd and everything. It was like one of the coolest experiences as like a sporting event. But that's how like the New York City Marathon is. Like I went for Kayla. It was great. It was a great time. You're right, man. I think everyone should experience that too.
I coached her for that.
Yeah.
For that marathon. I think I got curse messages every other day from her, just being like, "What are we actually doing with this?" And then afterwards, it was pure joy.
Yeah. She did great. It was a lot. It was a big commitment. You got to put the work in to do that.
It helps if you do.
And it's really tough to train, especially in the warm weather that we're having. You know, it's hard to like run in these, you know, temperatures like close to 100 degrees. So I don't know how you're training for it. I mean, how does someone begin to train for a 100-mile run?
I think there's really two schools of thought. One we'll call is the right school of thought, and then one is mine. As far as like, you should probably be running a lot, rest, recover, all that fun stuff, follow a plan, run a lot. I've done enough now where, for me, I just know my body can handle it and I'll get there. And for me, I don't particularly feel like running that much through the week. Entrepreneur, I just want to live my life and also love the gym. So strength training is still really core to that. For me, I run a lot. I lift a lot. I have no wearables. I don't wear a watch. I don't track anything. I eat a lot of food. And for me, again, no pun intended, like it just has to feel good.
Right.
I don't want to kill myself trying to meet the requirements of a training plan that isn't going to end up serving me. I've met some folks who train for 100-mile runs and are literally dead by the time they even get to the start line. It's so much volume.
So you're not really running 100 miles up until the day, right? Like, you know, there's no way to do that.
You can.
Like I know with a marathon, you'll train and you get up to like, whatever it is, a month out, you probably run up to 20 miles maybe. Yeah. Or so with 100 miles, how close do you get to 100 miles?
Dude, some people will do 50-mile training runs. Some people will do 100, 120-mile weeks. So over the course of 7 days, they'll run, say, 15 miles a day. Or they'll do 10 through the week, 30 and 30 on the weekend, something like that.
Right, well, you're going to have to, yeah.
It helps a lot. But for me, it's like I've done a handful of them. I know kind of in my back pocket what to expect, how it's going to feel. And like, you know what you're signing up for. It's going to be really hard.
Yeah.
You're going to run overnight. But that's also part of the reason why you're signing up. So for me, it's like, let's get excited for that day and train accordingly versus showing up like gassed for my training. Dude, I put in fucking back-to-back 100-mile weeks, and I've done 100-mile weeks before, and it was fucking terrible.
Wow.
Versus now, it's like, dude, run, feel good, train hard. The day is going to be hard no matter what. Definitely run more than run less, right?
What's it like for you when you wake up in the morning? Your feet just hurt?
The day after?
No, like every morning.
General?
I would just imagine your feet are hurting every morning. You wake up, and you're like, your feet are like begging for you to get off of them.
They used to. So I remember, this was years ago when I was heavy into ultra running. I would wake up with just shin splints every day.
Yeah, right.
And I would put on the shoe brand like Ufos. It's just like these like cloud shoes.
Yeah.
And I'd wake up, I'd put my feet in the ground, I'd say, holy fuck, that hurts. And I put these shoes on and like limp around. As you like woke up, your body kind of got acclimated to it. I'd go for my run, I'd feel fine. At the end of the day, I'd go to sleep, I'd wake up, I'd say, holy shit, my feet hurt again. That's not sustainable for me. So for me, it's like, let's not run that much. Let's show up to the event day healthy versus literally limping to the start line for 100 miles. And then use the energy of the actual excitement for the event to carry you through the event in addition to your training.
Yeah, right. The adrenaline.
Versus just like putting in a monster training block, which again, a lot of people do, which is awesome and is probably the right way to go about it. For me, I just don't I love running. I don't love running that much. And I found with higher mileage, my body starts to like knees, ankles. I've had 2 knee surgeries. So like, it's just not the most friendly thing in the world. I'd much rather do a lot of volume, do a lot of strength training. And at the end of the day, too, at the expense of saying so, like, it just sucks. Like, you get to a point where, like, you're tired, your back might hurt, your calf is, like, your arm might be sore for some reason, you have no idea why.
Weird shit's chafing, right?
Bro, everything is chafing. Your feet are blistered.
Have you ever shit yourself running?
Yeah.
So have I. Nice.
Not like actually like I'm running and it was like, oh my God, I'm shit myself.
Oh,
but it's
I'm
like,
destroyed. Like we're talking massive diarrhea
so
as I'm running a marathon.
It's so never as
like Greg like had to run a mile in high school. He couldn't
shit himself.
No, the mile race.
True story. The last marathon I ran in 2017, right? So I was around. I guess I hit mile I don't know, close to 13 or 14, you know, and we're getting ready to come over the bridge to go into the city. And all of a sudden, I
Queensboro
felt like
Bridge?
Yeah.
That's the best part.
Dude,
that's where the
is
most
the
people
I
are.
was just about there. I could see the bridge. I could see it.
Oh, my God.
And I felt like this fart coming on. And I'm like, I'm going to let it go, you know?
Really?
So I just let
That's
the fart
mistake
go.
one,
Honestly.
dude.
It was, right?
I got to tell you,
Don't believe a fart.
out of all the places to shit yourself in the New York
Yes.
City
Queensboro
Marathon,
Bridge was the last
that was
one,
the
bro.
worst place, because when you're coming over the Queensboro Bridge and you're coming back into the city and you're running under that, all those people
You
are
got a
cheering
million
you on.
people.
Dude.
Everyone's probably like, "Oh my God, that's
You'll never
Greg
forget
doing
I had to
100."
I
Oh
had
my
to-
God, he shit his pants.
That's right. It was unbelievable.
Oh
Now,
my God,
but
Greg
wait.
the frat boy shit his pants.
Wait, what would you do? You know what I did? I swear to God. So you know, Poland Springs on the sides, and they're like giving you that water. So I just grabbed some water bottles, and I'm dumping water down my pants,
Wow.
trying to get the shit out of my ass, you know? I finally got to a porta potty, and I'm like, move out of the way, move out of the way. And I'm sitting there like holding myself back as I'm like destroying it at the same time.
Oh, man.
It was unbelievable. So it could happen. It's truth. It
Yeah,
happens.
but there's
it really does.
There's levels to it, right?
Well,
Yeah,
I've
that's
I've never
new level.
That's
unlocked,
world record
yeah.
shit my pants. I've like had a couple like, dude, I gotta go to the bathroom now.
Right.
Stop my run, find a porta
Yeah.
potty. That's impressive.
Like
Like that level of
Well,
like,
you
shit
know,
your pants.
it's dedication, you know?
Yeah.
This-
And you finished.
I called my wife and I'm like, what do I do? And she's like, we're in Central Park waiting for you. You better fucking finish. And I'm like, all right. She said, do it. And I'm like, all right, let's get going. And I'm up and down up the Queensboro Bridge, and then we finished.
Nice.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to follow that up?
When was the last time you shit your pants?
You never shit your pants at Alpha Fit Club? No?
Nah.
Has
Not yet.
anyone ever shit themselves at Alpha Fit Club?
I'm trying to think of the most like grotesque thing
No.
that's happened, but
It's
unfortunately,
like a
not.
higher society at Alpha Fit Club.
To
you
an
know?
extent. I mean, to an extent.
Yeah.
You hear,
higher
you hear
society.
some things. We don't know if
It
they're true or
happens.
not.
I
It
mean, the shit's not
legitimately
like
happens.
it's not
Dude,
like
sign
Planet
up for
Fitness.
a class, see if you shit yourself, and then I'll be the judge of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
those people don't come back.
so how did you two meet, man? Was it garage gym or what was it? How did you two end up meeting each other?
So it honestly, unfortunately, it's like feels like the same story here to an extent.
Mhm.
We during the pandemic, I had what was called Alpha Performance Studio. So this was before Alpha Fit Club. Actually, right around the same time, I had Alpha Performance Studio and Alpha Fit Club. Alpha Performance Studio was private training, semi-private training, and youth training. And then simultaneously, we opened up Alpha Fit Club, which was going to be the group component. So what ended up happening was two things. One, people kept driving to the performance studio thinking that it was Alpha Fit Club because they would just tap the first Alpha thing on their GPS. They'd look around, there'd be like one person there, and they're like, this ain't fucking
If there's
it.
one thing throughout all of business, whether it's food or gyms or clothing, it's motherfuckers don't read.
Get your GPS right, too. And
They don't read.
Yeah, you're right.
So we ended up changing the name to the Garage Gym because of that. And also one of the walls in that space was probably like 20 feet by 20 feet and it was a literal garage door. So it just happened. During the pandemic, the guys who would train there with me, semi-private training.
Hold on. Were you just like so fucking annoyed that people weren't listening that you're just
The
like,
garage.
you just looked at it and you're like, all right, garage door, all right, garage gym. Like that's easy
That's-
enough. Like
Yeah.
on to the next one. Some people mind fuck their logo or their name so much. I think that's why my Eat Clean Row billboard works so well because it was so underthought of that it was lightning in a bottle. Where like people are like, "Fuck, this is a huge investment. This is a huge move. I need to put this here. I need to put that there. I need to lay out every single thing I do. I need to tell everyone how much they mean to me. I have to thank my mom and dad. I have to fucking show them my signature. And then before you know it, you have this cluttered mess of a billboard." That's funny with Garage. You're like, oh, these motherfuckers just don't even read. All right, Alpha Performance, Alpha Fit Club. All right, Alpha fuck. Garage Gym, motherfucker.
It was perfect.
Made the logo on Canva.
Yeah, for sure. There's no meaning behind any of the logos. None. I can't take any credibility there. Alpha itself, there's a reason for that name. It stemmed from my cross country days where the group names were Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Foxtrot. So the goal was, could you get into that Alpha group? So when I started it, there was intention. Garage Gym played out perfect. When we got hit by the pandemic, all the guys that I was training semi-private were like, dude, we don't give a shit. Just give us the keys.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, this 24/7 model. So one, I recognized I wasn't that good of a trainer because they kept paying the same rate just to have a box. And I was like, okay, got it. And two, guys like Kieran started to show up. And Kieran was there like 3 times a day. Like this dude was there morning, lunch, dinner in like pretty much jean booty shorts. Like they were like fake.
So 1 inch inseams?
What the hell?
So again, and we
I've
still
come a long
talked.
way.
I still
I've come a
talk to
long
him.
way, yeah.
I'm very amazed by you. Very amazed.
Yeah,
There's a lot to unpack.
Please
yeah.
write a book. I'd like to read it.
It's
We're
way
gonna have
more
to do a whole
interesting than I
nother
am,
show.
Jesus.
for sure. So ultimately, what ended up happening was, Kieran's uncle Jerry was my business partner on Alpha Fit Club, and great dude.
Shout out to Jerry.
Shout out to Jerry, the guy. So Kieran was there all the time, and what ended up happening was I thought about closing the garage. I thought about shutting it down, focusing on Alpha Fit Club. This guy was there more than me, and I was like, you know what, dude, like maybe we should partner on this thing. And like one cup of coffee, one handshake later, he's like, I'm in, let's do this. And the business partnership was born, and now he runs the show over at the Garage Gym. So it's been a beautiful thing. And
That's
now
awesome.
2 locations later, and actually a legit business. I think some things just happen without giving it too much thought because it feels right, it feels good, and that's been one of those things. So now I'm stuck with him, and he's stuck with me. I guess, but
Yeah, and then that's how the Garage Gym opened up in
Little Silver.
Oh, Little Silver.
Yeah.
Well, so it was funny, man. Even building off of Sam's story, Jerry is also my uncle. So my mom was one of 6 girls Jerry married in. I've known Jerry my whole life. He would come to like my 6-year-old soccer games. And when I graduated from Rutgers in 2019, I moved to Raleigh, North Carolina for a job with a chemical company. And I just started training like a deranged person, like literally 5 hours a day.
Were they deranged from the chemicals?
I was deranged.
Oh,
no, yeah.
Did you get your hands on some of those chemicals?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make it explain
That's how
a
he can
lot
run the
about
100
running
miles,
and
yeah.
shit myself.
You definitely have an incredible life. Yeah, he's working at a chemical company.
There's a lot going on, but there was the chemical company, and then when I moved home, I was still training so much, but I was also like so cheap. I didn't want to spend money on anything. I lived at home. I made 45 grand a year in software sales, just saved all of it and lived at home. Didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, but I figured I'd need money to do something at some point. I remember talking to my mom, and she goes, "Oh, what are you doing with the gym thing? Like, where are you going to join now that you're home?" And I don't know. Jerry told me about this gym called The Garage. And I'm like, dude, he said it was like fucking $300. I'm like, that's crazy, Mom.
Well, a month or for the
A
year?
month, a month.
Oh.
And again, but I'm 23. I pay $25 a month to go to the Y. And I'm like,
You
dude,
could have saved like $5 to go to Planet Fitness.
I know. I'd mess up
Maybe
even
more.
more. But Mom was like, dude, go check it out. Like, Jerry probably wouldn't steer you wrong. Go meet this freaking guy, Sam, whatever. Met Sam. It was $100 a month, which I don't know if you guys like teed it up that way. Like, yo, tell him it's 3, I'll
family
give him
deal.
1.
Family deal.
But joined, and it was just like, I was there 3 times a day, training out the wazoo. He's like, who is this guy? Became buddies, sat down for coffee. To Sam's credit, I think it's important to note, he originally offered me half of the garage for no money. Yo, dude, I'm building this thing called Alpha Fit Club. I don't have the time. I don't have the capacity to do this. Just like, come on board, dude. I'm literally going to give you half the business. I said, hey, man, that's very nice of you, but it feels like this is going to explode someday. If you just give me half your business, that doesn't feel good. So come up with a valuation. Let me buy in. This is why I live at home and I save all my money. He goes, all right, dude. Call the business $100,000, the value of the equipment. I've been doing it for a little bit. If you want 10, 20, 30, 40, 50%, do the math. But I don't want to give up more than half. I was like, all right, 50 sounds way better than any other number in owning a business. And I wish I had a screenshot, but in my Chase bank account at the time was $52,000.
Wow.
Living at home, like, just didn't do anything. Like, meal prepped it, like, literally didn't do anything but work
52
out.
grand living at home. You're a rich guy.
Helps.
You're rich.
Helps.
Yeah. Seriously.
You have
And-
more money than me and Greg combined.
Hey, man. I don't have it anymore.
Pretty damn close.
but
I'm joking.
Pretty damn close. Pretty damn close.
It was funny because I'm like, yo, dude, all right, let's do this, man. I'm like, I'm going to give you $50,000. And he goes, cool, man. Let's do the business.
Mind you, he's like, should I just bring it in like a pillowcase? And he was dead fucking serious. He's like, should I
I'm
just
like,
good.
how do you want this money? I'm going to like get a bag and then give it to you. He's like, he looked at me. Like, he thought that I was joking.
I thought about taking it all back and being like, yeah, maybe he's not the guy to do
Dude,
this.
you're
with.
going to
This is not the
fucking
business guy.
wire this money to me. I'm like, all right, like wire money. I'm like, okay, operating agreement, LLC. And it was just like from day one, like didn't know anything, but loved the business, had a good buddy. And I'm like, dude, worst case scenario, this thing blows up my face. I'll get another job. Like, I'll keep my job. I kept working for years. And then we got the garage.
Nice. And then you opened up Little Silver.
Well, then so that was actually our first space in Garwood. We moved from Garwood pretty quickly in 2022 to a space in Westfield. That one's still humming along. We actually just got a really cool expansion to it today. And then we opened up Little Silver. We'll open up our third, probably Q1 of next year. And then chipping away, man. It's been fun.
Nice. Let me ask you something. Legit. Like, I'm a chubby dude, right? And I see on social media everybody looking for different ways to work out, and I've seen the Alpha Fit Club. I've seen, the garage. I understand, the different scenarios. You can go to a Planet Fitness or you don't have to. But can your stuff, what you're doing, really change a chubby guy? Like, he's laughing. You can't do it. Right? And I have no faith in that. Like, I have no faith in me going from chubbiness to like a guy that's ripped.
So I think there's 2 answers.
It doesn't happen.
I'll give it to the professional first, and then I can give you my answer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Right,
Ask me
back to
anything.
you. What
And be real.
Yeah, no, 100%. So, what
When's
do
the
you
last time you shit
actually? We're gonna stay away from that. What do you actually enjoy doing in terms of movement? Like, what comes where if I was to say to you, if you had to choose something that you actually enjoy doing, doesn't feel like a chore, because clearly, right, going to the gym feels like a chore to an extent because you haven't found one that
you can see
you
it in
enjoy.
me. Right? Yeah. No, going to the gym. I've never reached that plateau where I'm like looking in the mirror and I'm like, man, I look fucking great. You know, when I was running the marathons, to me, I was by myself. I was in the zone. And I could see myself pushing and going further and further. But with the gym, I just never saw myself, going further and further and maximizing what I could possibly do. So I just stopped going.
So I go back to two different things, right? I think each of the gyms, even if it's not one of ours, right? So Alpha Fit Club is an example. It does something for a certain group of people where eventually they get to a place, maybe not initially, but eventually they get to a place where they actually enjoy going. They look forward to it to an extent. Even on the days where, listen, even the most diehard Alpha Fit Club fans, there's plenty of days where they just don't feel like fucking going to the gym.
Right.
But they know on the other side of actually getting there, doing it, going, having fun, seeing their friends, having an accountability partner, whatever it may be, they're going to feel better leaving the gym. Even if it's not physically, they're going to be like, fuck, okay, I showed up for myself. I did what I said I was going to do. And therefore, they feel better, right? For the garage, maybe it's a different type of customer. They don't need the group fitness experience. They don't need the classes. They don't need the coach. They don't need the music bumping. They want to put their headphones in, hat down, and not be bothered by nobody. So I think if you can find a space that you enjoy going to, for whatever reason that may be, that's the first kind of box to check. Because if you can't start to enjoy it, you're going to talk yourself out of it. The good news is, again, whether it's Alpha Fit Club, the garage, or doing something different, maybe you're more of a Matt Pilates guy. Who knows, right?
I don't think I'm a Pilates guy.
Probably not.
No,
but say you get back into running, right? Like
Right.
eventually you find something that clicks, and there's options out there. I also think there's seasonality to it. If you stop loving something, the good news is you can look around and find something else that you enjoy, or maybe start to enjoy. So I think that's a big piece of it. People force themselves into these habits, routines, whatever, when I think the best habits and routines are predicated on actually enjoying it to an extent.
I like that. I'm thinking already. The wheels are turning.
You got to
You just
try
gotta do
shit.
stuff you like, dude.
Yeah.
Start with doing stuff you like.
Yeah.
Like I'm far past my prime, but days I would tell myself, I wouldn't think about my whole workout. I would just be like, yo, just get to the gym. Step 1. Step 2, put music on. Step 3, get into the fucking gym. And then
Right.
most of the time it would take me you know what I'm saying?
Well, and you know the deal. Most everything is not what you do in the gym. Like, I can come take care of business with you in the gym for an hour. The 23 other hours of the day,
Right.
probably more important. And I would think, if someone was listening and they, got your advice, if you were thinking about trying to get someone to eat a little bit better, probably take the foods you enjoy and figure out a way to maybe make them a little bit healthier, right? Rather than trying to force you into eating something that tastes like shit to you. Find something that you enjoy, make it a little bit healthier than you had before. Start with that.
That's exactly how Eat Clean Bro came to be.
Yeah.
That's it. Well, what it is now. When I first started like 20 years ago, it was super hardcore shit. Then it like morphed and evolved and evolved and evolved. But like, Greg, if you got like consistent with Eat Clean Bro and took Alpha Fit class fucking 3 days a week,
Right.
you would see a transformation in fucking 90 days. Easy. And then if you called my buddy over at Elevated Male Wellness and got on some fucking trizepatide with a little testosterone, you'd look like fucking Rambo.
Let's go.
90
That's
days.
what I'm talking about.
90 days.
Yes.
Feel fucking great.
Right. Yes. That's what I want. That's what I want.
Do you really want that?
I want to build up the traps.
Is your wife ready for that libido?
She would laugh.
She would laugh.
She would
Wow,
laugh.
okay.
She remembers. She's. I think my wife is what brings me down a little bit is because she's always making fun of the way I used to look and where I am today, and I just think I've kind of given up, and I don't want to give up. I think I've hit that point where I'm tired of giving up, where I'm looking for something to motivate me,
Listen,
and
Greg,
through our
Greg,
episodes of talking to some people here, I think I'm starting to get motivated.
I just lost Ozzy Osbourne and Hulk Hogan. Like, I swear to God, I'll walk right in the middle of the fucking road and lay down. All right, I don't need this fucking Debbie Downer shit.
I know.
You want to hire fucking Sam Tooley of Alpha Fit Club?
Right.
You hire him on the side. Don't bring me down. I'm already down. All right.
That's what I think I've hit the bottom. I need to climb back out. And I think, and I said it, I think in a lot of our
You'll
episodes.
feel better.
Yeah, I think you feel better. Yeah.
Bro, you're in Marlboro. They have fucking,
It's
bro,
time.
Kayla goes to the Marlboro Alpha Fit every fucking, bro. She was doing the fucking class at 5 a.m. And
Yeah.
I'm really supportive, because she's also supportive of me. Like when I go out drinking with my friends till 4 a.m, she doesn't really bother me. So when
Right.
she gets up at 4 a.m. to work out, I'm like, all right, honey, like, one hand washes the other here. But then like, the garage door opens. She drives like fucking federal agent in the Tahoe.
Right.
She's waking up my son. My son's fucking jumping on me at 4:45 in the morning. And I'm like, honey, look, like, is there any way you could take one of these fucking 9 o'clock classes? Like, you're doing the 5 a.m. class. Like, you wake up George every fucking morning.
But
Like,
there is
so like
something about
now the
getting up
nights I
early.
there's nights I stay out all night, and then there's nights I don't. But I'm still up all fucking hours of the night at all times because of fucking Alpha Fit clubs and my bad habit.
But you know what she does? Because there's something about waking up early in the morning and like just feeling
Balance.
that
Balance.
energy as soon as you get up and you want to like attack the day.
She's a morning person.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking.
You're also a morning person in a way. You get in the morning.
I'm not a morning or a night person. I'm barely a person. So, all right. So how did Alpha Fit clubs, like, obviously you had a store, and then where were you just like, fuck this, man, let's franchise this bitch? Like, where did that come from?
So we initially set out to franchise it. One of the things that we wanted to do, and I'll bring it back even before that. So when I had Alpha Performance Studio, just doing PT, right? I was coaching at the high school. I was living my dream, admittedly. I came back home, coaching track and field at the high school, and was nervous about having just an online business and coaching. So I said, let me open a brick and mortar. I've always wanted to have my own space to train. And I was training a bunch of people very early on who supported me during a time where I needed it. I went through a tremendous amount of family stuff. The month that I signed the lease to that initial gym, my brother passed away super suddenly in a home fire, right? I was home, my mom was home, something you would see on the news and you would never expect to happen to you. But I think when you go through some of that stuff, the people in your life, more often than not, at least in my experience, become like family, right? And so like my clients at the time, we joke all the time and say that trainers are half personal trainers, half therapists, right? Because you're with people locked in, you're having deep conversation like this.
Yeah, personal trainer.
For
personal.
Sure. And you know the deal. And so a lot of those guys.
Well, I hate to like bring it in, but you lost your brother to a freak fire. I guess he was in one side of the house, you and your mom were in the other. That's a tremendous amount of like survivor's guilt that you had to go through. And it was like when I learned that about you, man, I felt terrible. And one thing, I'm always, obviously I have a ton of guns. There's a lot of home invasions happening in Monmouth County, and the crime is through the roof, and they're stealing cars. But the truth of the matter is, dude, there's some crazy statistic, like you are 100 times more likely for your house to catch on fire than you are to be home invaded. So that's why it's so important. Like we have fire extinguishers, and I don't know if that would have helped in the situation, but probably not. But we have I have smoke detectors I have extinguishers all over the house. But like you said on the news, like people don't realize how common like the home fires are. It's scary as fuck too, because like where my kids sleep, man, that fucking shit is so high. Like if you have to jump, dude, you're fucked.
So, and I did jump. Like it was something where it was I woke up in 3:30 in the middle of the night.
Were the smoke alarms going off?
No smoke alarms, but what you could hear, and this is again just crazy, like some of this stuff is so vivid in your minds. The other parts you just completely black out, but I could hear plates crashing off the wall that we had as like decor. And like that's kind of what woke me up, was this crashing sound, and the smell. I woke up immediately, was coughing. When I opened my bedroom door, it was just flames in my face. Slam it shut, jump out the window, like break the window, open the window, whatever it was.
Like you're fucking barefoot, like in your underwear?
In my underwear, yeah.
Fuck.
But as we
Jesus.
all, like I think a lot of us sleep with our phone under our pillow, right? Like under our hand almost. So I had my phone in my hand, jump off the roof. My mom's on the front yard, like a very visceral experience. And yet the house was engulfed. Like you
just made it.
For sure.
How high? Like second story?
Second story.
Jeez, dude, fuck.
So point being though, to get back to like, I was in a moment in my life where thank goodness for this, and that I was, and when I say thank goodness for this, thank goodness that I was doing what I loved. I had something to pour myself back into in terms of the coaching, in terms of the gym, you name it. So to your point about survivor's guilt, it was more about like, here I have this amazing opportunity to keep doing what I love. And quite frankly, like I'm here, you know, and I felt like I had this responsibility to like live life to the fullest and kind of just seize this opportunity. And everybody wanted me to win. Everybody wanted me to win.
That's important.
And I think as an entrepreneur, right, especially as a young entrepreneur, like I think a lot of times you're met with maybe resistance or hesitation by the people who love you most because they're scared if you don't succeed, right? What's going to happen? For me, it was just like, keep going, keep going, keep going. And so my clients, it was the month that I signed the first lease. Like I literally just finished painting, right? And they all had my back more than I could ever imagine. I barely knew these people, right? But you get to know each other very intimately in that way where it's just like I was coaching them because I wanted to help people believe in themselves because I had lost belief in myself for a while. And so I was like, let me just do what makes me feel good. It was almost like this selflessness where I want to give back to other people because quite frankly, it fills up my bucket.
Yeah.
And
that's good.
So I was doing the right thing at the right time around the right people, and they all felt like I was meant for more than this little gym. And Jerry and my other business partners were like, we're thinking about opening a group fitness spot, whether it's buying the Orange Theory, opening F45. Like, what do you think? Would you want to be involved? So we looked at different concepts, and eventually I was like, we can build something ourselves. We can build something better. We can take New York City boutique fitness and bring it to the suburbs. Let's make the lights low, the vibe high, the energy, you name it. And we were off with a bang, right? Like 9 months before the pandemic. Pandemic happens. We felt bad for all of 30 minutes. Said, what the fuck are we going to do? Brought a whiteboard and a boombox to the middle of downtown Westfield with 150 people showing up in the street. And we signed 2 more leases in the pandemic because we could get such favorable lease terms. And we just said, let's go. So we opened up in Verona and Red Bank. Verona, we opened up with masks on. Had to reintroduce ourselves to people when masks could come off. And half the time you were like, you probably should leave your mask on. You're actually kind of good looking. It was very interesting. Red Bank was like a party from the jump, and it felt good. You know, it was one of those things where it was just like we kept the wheels in motion. And, eventually we were able to start selling the franchises and open them. And this year we'll go from 13 to 21 locations.
Wow,
and
beautiful.
Next year we'll hopefully be closer to 35, 40, and finally outside the state of New Jersey, which will be, the real test for us. But it's been, I think everybody's got their crazy life stories. Feels like each year has certainly been its own chapter kind of in mine.
What do you look for when you're going to be opening up a business? Are you looking for a location, or are you doing demographic research? So what do you look for? Long story made short, because it's not just one thing, right? We're in franchising, right? And so first and foremost, it's who's going to open the box, right? And sometimes it's us trying to find the right people. Other time it's people convincing us that they're the right people. And luckily it's a good combination on both sides. We'll take data based upon where are the most successful Alpha Fit Club franchises now. What's true about them? Who's our core customer in that area? What's the density like? What's the affluence like? What's the spending like? What do they like to spend money on? And then we say, where else is that true, right? And so if you came to me and said, hey, I want to open up in my hometown in Connecticut, we would start doing a little bit of research saying, like, does it check these boxes? Does it make sense for us to bring our brand there? If so, great. What's the available real estate look like? What's the cost of that real estate look like? What do the competitors look like? And then we make a decision. But we're not going to go into markets where we don't feel like we can be successful. So what about like in the Monmouth County area where we're living right now? Is there any, where's the best location now for you guys? So Red Bank was our third studio and a corporate studio for us. That place popped off from the jump. Elsewhere, we've got Brick and Belmar. We've got, trying to think of where else, Marlboro, obviously, as well. So we've got a nice pocket down that way, and we've got more coming as well. By the end of it, we'll have about 30 locations all over New Jersey. So we'll have 21 this year, and then we've still got a tranche to open by the end of next year. What's the next state that's big? So Connecticut, New York, Pennsylvania. We just sold West Palm and Jupiter, Florida. So Northeast for the most part, but I feel like this East Coast will take over. Wow. And if we can prove that it works out of state and we can teach people how to build the communities that we build, I feel really good about this becoming a legit national brand. Damn.
See?
Wow. See? I see.
They're going to give you a membership to Marlboro
to
turn your frown upside down.
I need that. I'm really thinking about it.
I think this guy could coach for us. I feel like he could coach for us. Get a little energy on the mic. You know what I mean?
I'm ready. I'm inspirational to people.
Yeah.
You can do it. You can do it.
You're truly an inspiration to us, Greg.
That's it.
You have to use this mic in class, though.
Yes. I'll walk around with it.
Dude. This thing's serious.
You can do it.
The fact that he can lift this thing up.
Can you do it?
Yeah. You know what it is? Greg does
Weighs
all
like
of his
30
own.
pounds.
Greg does all of his own home improvements, so he's got that
right.
blue collar. you know, he's
Serious.
Ready.
he's twisted some screwdrivers and hammered some nails. So I mean, you know, he's practically union at this point. So what about Feels Good, man? Like what was like a clothing brand, man? What do you got? Like a running brand? Like
Feels Good's funny, man. I'm still figuring it out as we speak. 100% of my time is on the garage gym, so Feels Good has kind of been the side passion, personal brand project that's been fun to play with. But I didn't even mean to start anything. I also think it's kind of how good things start, though. Like, I didn't have the intention to start a brand.
yeah.
Funny story, I was running one day, blaring Big Booty Mix in my ears. Just like, my body felt great. Mentally, I wasn't fretting about anything. Socially, I had good friends in my life. And I took a picture. I'm like, dude, like it feels good to feel good. Like, my body felt good. My mind felt good. Like, so many people, I think, go through their days and they're fretting about something in business, fretting about something in family, fretting about something in the gym. Something actually hurts in their body. Socially, they're maybe in a tiff with their friend or their significant other. I'm like, dude, knock on wood, man, right now, like, shit's good. And, like, there's something to be said about that, 'cause it's not always the case. So I took a picture. I'm like, dude, it feels good to feel good. And I just posted it on my story and didn't think much of it. Maybe did it once or twice more. A couple of people started posting about it. And they would literally, like, DM me, like, dude, fucking, it does feel good to feel good.
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, dude, it does feel good. And it was just like,
Yeah.
like, bro. And you're like, bro, it feels good to feel good.
Feels
and you
good
almost
to feel good.
have this, like, back and forth, like, half play, but also, like, deeper meaning to, like, dude, keep your body intact, keep your mind in check, and keep your social relationships in a good place, and, like, you'll feel good. Or at least control what you can control in doing that, and you'll be in a better place to feel good. So a selfie turned into a bunch of selfies, started making some videos on it. I think I kicked up a newsletter, and then when I was writing the newsletter one day, I had just like I wanted more to it. It was just like weak. I needed like one more section. I'm like, all right, what could be like stupid to put in this that would like get people's attention? And I'm like, if anyone wants a Feels Good tattoo, like, we'll pay for it. And like,
Yeah.
I write we and everything, and it's just me on my fucking laptop. Like, we'll pay for it. The big team.
People started getting tattoos.
Dude, 15 people got tattoos. Granted, I paid for all of them. I was like, yo, like, we'll pay for your tattoo, thinking like no one would take me up on it. My brother took me up on it. A couple of my friends took me up on it. We started posting it, making videos around it. People were like, yo, dude, were you serious? I'm like, yeah, whatever.
What does that Feels Good tattoo cost? Like $100, $120?
So I did it with one of my friends, Paloma, who owns a shop in Westfield, I think.
You were up to 52,000. Now you're down to 2,000, and now you're paying for tattoo. I feel like you might be overdrafting your account, man. I feel like you're running out of dough here.
This was
I wonder what Jerry have
a
to
couple
say
years
about
later.
this reckless purchasing.
Jerry goes, that's a good marketing play. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
dude, but it's an
Investment.
expensive marketing play.
investment.
I think it was like maybe $2,000. something
Wow,
like that.
you're at zero.
Yeah, I'm at zero.
Your fucking
I have no
financial
money.
discipline is
So I actually
horrible.
brought a bin if you guys wanted to
Yeah.
donate to me.
Yeah. You know me, I love to donate.
But it
Fuck, man.
it was so fun, dude. That was it. I did not want to start a full business, but I did.
Now you sort of have to. There's
LLC,
15 people walking around with your
fucking
logo.
tattoos on it. But it's been so fun, man. Launched the hats, sold a couple hats, give a lot of them away. Like, I think the business and the brand is to be a lifestyle. It's to be a headspace in which you continue to A, pursue the best version of yourself, and B, have this glass half full approach to life. I think a lot of people are just like walking around with a chip on their shoulder. Or they're very consumed in themselves for whatever reason it is. But I'm like, dude, if you could like shoot yourself out and be intentional about doing something nice, something that feels good for someone else, like, you'll
Yeah.
also probably feel good today.
That's true. I'll tell you this. High Rocks, man, it was like a 1 hour race, right? Hour and 30 minute, depending on the time. But High Rocks is fucking awesome. And you won your, tell us about High Rocks, dude.
So it's almost embarrassing because
Why?
I've done 17 of
You were
them.
with Jenna, right?
I've-
Didn't you?
Jenna and
how
I
did she do?
qualified. We did good.
She's a stud, right?
Beast. Absolute
Yeah,
savage.
she's a stud.
Because she's also like a normal person and doesn't train like a banshee. She just kind of like shows up and kicks ass, kind of like
What did
this
she
guy.
was like a D1? That's my boy Robbie's girl.
Top 5 in the country,
For-
400-meter hurdler in high school, and then
Dude.
ran at Michigan.
She's ridiculous.
And a gazelle. It's unreal. She makes me look like a stick figure too. She's a brick shit house.
And how did you guys do?
We qualified for the World Championships. Then Robbie and her were gallivanting around Europe, so she took the rest of the year off, and ended up going. So I had to find a new partner.
Robbie's 6'7", by the way, and wears clothes that like Sam's clothes. Like
Yes,
they wear,
we wear the
the
same
clothes.
shorts.
Yeah.
Shorts
Robbie
specifically.
dwarfs me. He's
Yeah.
like, was he 6'7" or something?
Something like that. I hug him and it's,
He wears like
I'm at his belly
super
buttons.
small clothes.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like the shirts that are on like a teddy bear.
Yeah.
He squeezes into those.
Damn.
Yeah,
He makes
Yeah.
it look. He rocks it though.
Oh,
Yeah, Roxy.
man.
He hasn't
So-
been on this yet.
dude.
That would break the podcast studio.
Me and
probably.
Robbie went
Yeah.
viral though. On
You're
one
holding
post.
back on us? We need
That's a
somebody.
special
Oh
no,
my god.
he's like He's legitimately the most disheveled
I
person.
was gonna say, that would take some coordinating. We'll get him here.
Bring him
but-
on.
yeah,
That
we'll
sounds
get him
like the
here.
guy we
Yeah,
want.
for
for sure.
I'd have to kidnap him.
Yeah.
But yeah, he'll come on. He'll come on. But my favorite thing about High Rocks, dude, was that like it seems like High Rocks is obviously it's very competitive. It seems like if you're training, obviously you're training hard, but like all I'm trying to say is the marathon is a very huge commitment to running.
Yeah.
Whereas like High Rocks is like, yo, you're in great shape. You got the rows, you got the skis, you got the rope put.
You can be a normal human being outside of it.
And you could
for
be a
sure.
normal human that's really taking exercise serious, and it's like an event for. Listen, bro, there's elite High Rocks athletes that are really fucking good, really impressive. But I feel like the CrossFit Games, like when you look at like the CrossFit Games, I felt like High Rocks, because so like I have 6 herniated discs in my lower back. I got hurt. I was trying to be a fucking Navy SEAL. I got hurt at Buds. So I'm like, fuck. But High Rocks looks like relatively safe. Like it's like your fucking output is high. I don't know, man. I felt like
it's 5 miles of running, right? And then
Yeah.
it's 8 different events. And what's nice about it is it's the same event every single time, so you can actually like really train for it, feel like you're progressing. I've been doing it since 2019, hence the ability to do 17 of them.
Yeah.
When I used to show up at races, it would be 300 people. I would bring like my mom with me, and she'd be like, "Are we in the right spot? There's literally no one here." I was like, "Yeah, Ma. Like, there's not a lot of people that like to wear like 5-inch shorts and headbands and run around in circles."
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately for the world, there's a lot of us. New York City, there was 15,000 competitors, and
Oh, well, I was a spectator.
yeah, but 15,000 competitors, and then probably another 15,000 spectators.
Wow.
We were
So it's like New York City Marathon size now
Wow.
at this point.
we were chugging the non-alcoholic beers, and I thought
Thinking
me
they
and
were
my boy,
beers.
and like, I'm like, wow, I can't believe like they're not IDing or anything. And they're like, yeah, no, there's no alcohol in here. I'm like, fucking knew it.
What do I feel then?
Yeah, no, nothing. Yeah, like, nah, nah.
Yeah.
It was really like, oh man, hoppy. It was like real hoppy.
Yeah, it's like one of the IPAs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, dude, I loved High Rocks. I thought it was great. I thought it was reasonable for Kayla, for like me as a spectating husband or whatever. And I thought, man, maybe like, yo, if I put a little effort in this, is something I could do. Right? It's 5 mile.
Dude,
mile
sounds like
run.
you guys are doing High Rocks together.
Yeah.
I'm
Sign 'em
telling you. Bro, listen, you got some herniated discs. I'm all fused from my C2 to my 7, so I can barely do much.
Well,
So we're
I'll
together.
tell you. So I used to be insane shape, but now, you know, dude, I'm 39. When I get me and the situation, we're working out together a lot, and he likes to lift heavy, and I like it too. But like, you know, you're doing heavy bench and shit, and then like I notice like my right arm, my fucking pinky is tingling. So like I'm working on my neck. I have like a whole wellness team, like deep tissue massage, stretch with Hannah, all these fucking people. Like now I'm like tingling and nerve, man. You don't like that's not good.
No.
You know, that doesn't feel good.
Doesn't.
We need to
Right?
probably take care of
So I just started doing like some high intensity circuit training that I like. And my whole thing is like, how do I stay on my feet so I don't hurt my back? And like with Stretch with Hannah, learning like hip motion and proper posture and all this shit. I haven't, you know, knock on wood, I haven't blown my back out now in over January of 2024 was the last time. So I'm like, this is the longest ever. It used to happen every 6 months. And now that like I've taken my hip stability and my hip strength and my core strength, my core was always strong, but I wasn't looking at a full picture. And now my goals have just changed in life. Like people, oh, you only clean, bro, you're fat. I'm like, listen, buddy, my blood pressure's good. All my metrics are good. I'm like metabolically healthy, which like 96% of America is not metabolically healthy.
I am not metabolically
yeah.
healthy.
Yeah.
I'm
I
like,
can't even say it.
what do you want, bro? You want me to get shredded again and then make you feel insecure about yourself?
Yeah, let's do it.
Better off a little padded.
I need a challenge. Let's go.
Greg, I'm not doing High Rocks with you.
I was gonna say though, one of the things we've seen is like
joking,
if people sign up for a race and you have something on the horizon to hold you accountable, like that does make a difference because
Maybe I fucking will
you
do
don't
High Rocks.
you don't want to show
Yeah.
up and be a bitch.
So who's
Oh,
who's your
maybe
dream
me and my
partner?
wife. Maybe you know what, dude? Kayla's
could
really
partner
good.
up.
You know what? Maybe me and Kayla will do it together because she's good at following directions. I'll just follow her.
There you go.
Yeah, holy fuck, she's
Kind of how
good.
me and Sam work too.
Yeah.
She's
just
so
fought him the
good,
whole
bro.
time.
She puts things together. We got her mortgage with Troy,
Yeah.
and she filled out the paperwork so fast. Troy's like, oh yeah, you know, I'm sure you're into good. And he looks down at the paper and like, dude, it was complete. She completed the mortgage shit in like 2 hours. It usually takes people like, it's a lot of papers. She's so good at like filling things out and following directions.
It's not my bag. I can't. It's not
No, I'm horrible.
I can run it. I know where to run the circles in at the High Rocks. That's the extent
And
of
at what
my
pace?
direction. But
Yeah. So do you get a lot of people that sign up for training for that? Because I feel like Alpha Fit, a lot of the workouts revolve around like those motions, right? Like the rows, the skis.
we brought 500 people to last year's New York City event, which was one day. And so if you think about that, I think we were like 10% of the day, and
Wow.
people were like, "What the fuck is in the water at this Alpha Fit Club spot?" Which was fantastic. But one of the things I will say is that people feel like they need to do more to prepare for a High Rocks than just go to Alpha. So what we ended up doing was,
Well, it's a great base. It's a great start.
100%.
It's great to see if you even fucking want to do it. But I'll tell you, my girl.
Are you ready to partner with this guy?
I don't know. I mean,
I need to know where
Some
this
of
is going.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
So some of my friends are total maniacs. Like,
Some of your friends. I think most of them.
and they actually had pretty good times with the High Rocks. I was surprised. I was like, "Fuck, man! I hope like ambulance are here because some of
You
these
thought they were
guys,
going over?
like, I thought they might die." Sorry, I'm not trying to incriminate myself on the bro show, but you know all of my friends, so yeah, maybe I will do High Rocks, man. I've always been afraid of like blowing my back out because I have a serious injury. It's annoying, and I don't usually ever talk about it because like no man wants to be like, "Oh, I'm disabled," but like,
But backs get in your head.
yeah,
Backs get in your head
dude,
because
well,
it's every day when you wake up. You name
yeah,
it.
and then plus, dude, like you've hurt yourself so many fucking times. Like then you can't walk, and then you're like, then you're a burden to your family, and it's like, do I really need to push? Like, listen,
Right.
I'm not fat. Yeah, I'm not shredded, but like, do I really need to be a burden to my family for like fucking exercise? This isn't making me money. This like so, but I'm feeling now with like my hips. I'm feeling now with my range of motion now. I'm feeling like, you know what, man, maybe I could push it simply because like I am feeling good. Like I am feeling like, and then also, dude, like not like prehistoric times, but like back in the day, people would get hurt and then like herniated disc would kind of wear and then your body would adjust because your body's always evolving. So I feel like if the range of motion is good and I'm in tune with what's going on.
Well, I got one sooner for you. So you guys were there last year, actually.
Whoa. I
Yeah,
need
yeah.
like at least 6 months to prepare.
No. But listen, hear me out.
Yeah.
So October 25th, we haven't even announced it yet, but October 25th, we're having our Alpha Games, which is at the Westfield Armory, 20,000 square foot military base, all day competition, 7 stations, the same shit you do at Alpha Fit Club, no extra running, no 5 miles of running. And the idea with that was like, all right, people feel like they need to do more to get ready for a High Rocks, and I think we wanted to keep people just feeling like, listen, if I show up to class 3 times a week, like I can go kick ass at this thing. I can also partner up with a buddy, my wife, you name it, one of the coaches, and just get after it. Partnering with Red Bull this year, so we're gonna have
Sick.
like the
Oh yeah,
Batmobile,
congratulations, man.
DJ.
That was, yeah.
You
Congratulations.
guys will come through with the food. Like
yeah.
it'll be an experience, and I think what's really cool with that, and you know, I think we diminish the impact that we have with the gyms with this stuff is like kids will be there cheering on their parents and seeing them do something for the first time, and to me, like what a game changer that
Yes.
is. Where
Yeah, that's awesome.
to, you know, to your
100%.
point, like listen, like Kayla's leaving the house at 5 a.m. to go get crazy with everybody at the gym, whatever, hoot and holler and music bumping, you know, it's supposed to be an experience, but they come back and like kids slowly but surely start to pick up on that because they just start to realize like, where's mom, where's dad? Like
Yeah.
they're coming back from the gym. They always fucking talk about this Alpha Fit Club place or the garage, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Right, they're going to start to want to go.
And they're like, I want to go to Alpha Fit
Yep.
Club, whatever. So to see your parents like compete, maybe for the first time ever, and I mean, not just seeing them compete for the first time, but like actually them towing the line to something that they prepared for.
You're so right.
Super inspiring. Like these kids are standing there barely able to see over
It's
the
great.
the
Yeah.
Yep.
the
Really
barricades
meaningful.
with the signs.
You know, I'll tell you, this is how I know that you're 100% correct. So my one daughter, she just turned 16, so she's starting to like, you know, wanted to go to the gym, do a little Planet Fitness, whatever in the summer and all that stuff. And me, I haven't been to the gym in ages, you know. But when she was born, it was at the same time where I was still running and I was, you know, training for the marathons or whatever. So when she'll come home from the gym, she'll immediately come up to me like, "Dad, I went to the gym today." And I'm like, she knows I haven't gone to the gym, but those impressions, those early
Yeah.
impressions of your kids seeing you do those things, it lasts. So you're absolutely correct. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
that's true.
You see the difference
You
too
do.
in like what it does for people long term. Like my grandparents, amazing people, 87 years old.
Mhm.
My grandpa, when we used to do a 5K in my brother's memory, would at 85 years old run the 5K, be the last dude finishing. Now listen, in the last year, did he even know that he had crossed the finish line? No, probably he just kept running and he's like, get away from me. But the dude
Yeah.
at 85 years old is running 5Ks, and what actually matters is the fact that he's so sharp outside of being able to do that stuff physically. So you can see, listen, if you want to live a full life and you actually want to like make the most of it at an age where like most people, it's there, you know, it's not the case.
Yeah.
To me, like that's my North Star, where it's like, listen, eventually these races, this whatever, they won't fucking matter. Like no one cares. But if it keeps you going and keeps you coming back,
100%.
like listen, like that shit does matter. And then if you can use that to excel in your work and around your family, like, you know, I always tell people the workouts you do should not detract from the rest of your day. It should accelerate the rest of your day. And so if you're working out so hard at 5 a.m. that like you're just in like a body bag the rest of the day, you should probably fucking chill out. None of us are pro athletes, but if it helps you stay sharp and kick ass and be energized, maybe a little bit more confident, pep in the step, whatever, like that's what I want at this point.
And that's like, honestly, for me, like my whole supplement game and everything is for the quality sleep and the cognitive ability. The aesthetics and shit, like there was a time in my life I looked really fucking good, but don't fucking matter to me no more, dude. I want to be sharp mentally, want to be able to sleep at night. Because, bro, if you don't work out, trying to go to sleep, bro, your fucking brain starts racing. You can't sleep.
Into sleep apnea.
Well, like, dude, working out and like some magnesium plays a huge role in sleep. We're magnesium deficient because we've over-farmed the soil and there's no nutrients in food anymore in America. It just is what it is. So you have to supplement. I mean, you guys all know that. Fucking asshole.
I
feel inspired today.
So talking about the kids, so let me tell you.
I do.
So my daughter doesn't really understand what I do because I'm home a lot. I'm on the phone. Yeah, but
how old are your kids again?
My daughter's 5, my son's 6.
Yeah, it's gonna take some time.
So my mother-in-law is like, Tina, like, do you want to be a doctor someday? She's like, no, I want to work from my phone and watch the house all day. So she thinks I'm home on the phone watching the house with the security cameras all day. She thinks that's my job. And I'm like, honey,
it's weird what the kids will pick up on it.
And then another thing she says one time, right? My boy Sal, she's like, you know, Uncle Sal's house is my favorite. It's so big and he has all the toys. And she's like, why is our house so small? And I start laughing, right? I'm like, honey, Daddy bought a mansion.
Yeah.
I go, you should see the house Daddy grew up in.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, you can ride your scooter in the house? She's like, yeah. I'm like, that's not normal, honey. I'm like, our house is pretty big, sweetie. She's like, yeah, but Uncle Sal's house, so much bigger. I like his house so much more. I'm like, listen, honey, you know, Daddy's doing the best he can. Why don't you take it easy on Daddy, baby? So the shit that comes out of her mouth, it's so funny.
They pick up on that. They have my daughter, when I used to go out to the clubs and broadcast for, for all these different clubs. So she went, it was 1 year where I think she was in first grade. And the teacher asked, what do your parents do? And she wrote down, my dad drinks beer, wears Justin Bieber sneakers, and goes to bars. And I'm like, that's not what I do. That's not what I do.
My dad drinks beer.
Yeah, right, goes to bars, wears Justin Bieber sneakers. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh, man.
But she was in first grade. She had no idea.
So,
not bad.
I devastated my daughter the other day. So she's like, you're the boss because you're the oldest, right? And I'm like, I go, no, honey, I'm not allowed to ask people how old they are. And she's like, what? I'm like, yeah, honey, in the state of New Jersey, as an employer, that's called age discrimination. Daddy's not allowed to ask anyone how old they are. And she's like, what? She's like, well, then how do you know who the boss is? I'm like, you just don't. Bro, her little 5-year-old mind is blown. Like, but dude, that's the truth.
Yeah.
I could get fucking sued if I ask anyone how old they are.
I'm not envious of being an owner of any kind of business today and dealing with some of the laws that you have to deal with. I can only imagine what you guys go through on a daily basis. It's got to be stressful. Has to be.
Yeah.
One little question that you didn't mean to ask can be churned around and you're in trouble. You lose everything.
Well,
you're canceled.
You have to have EPLI insurance. That's employee protection. It's some shit, but it's basically covers you for a lot of things, which is my favorite insurance policy ever. I've only had to use it once, I think. But we had a really horrible week this week, man. We lost Ozzy Osbourne. We lost Hulk Hogan.
Hulk was today. Yeah. So we run 2 weeks behind. So this will be old news by the time it airs. But I'm just thinking, fuck, man.
Yep.
Like 2 legends of our time.
We're getting older.
I'm blasting fucking Black Sabbath on the whole way home.
I met Ozzy Osbourne when I was like 6.
Did you?
Well,
Yeah.
Tell us.
I don't remember it, but
well, neither does he. I can tell you that.
yeah, probably the same story.
Yeah.
My dad, we found him in like a strip mall somewhere.
What?
Was it
My
an
dad-
impersonator?
No, it was Ozzy Osbourne. Like he was with his.
You found Ozzy
True.
Osbourne
It's like
in a
Santa
strip
at the
mall.
mall.
And it
No,
might have been
Santa
like
at the
a-
mall. It's Ozzy.
It might have been
Yeah.
like a meet and greet that we showed up like wicked late to. Because I remember just like my dad being like, "This is Ozzy Osbourne." I'm like, "Who the fuck is Osbourne?"
Yeah.
And then Chris was 6-year-old. I'm like, "Who's Ozzy Osbourne, Dad?" And he's like, "Go meet this guy." And it's just like Ozzy, just like Ozzy.
yeah.
And I'm
I
like,
could see your dad being
Hey,
a
man.
big fan.
apparently,
Yeah.
big Ozzy guy.
Well, like all you
Wow.
wanted to do is like hang out and learn about Ninja Turtles. And you're meeting
Yeah.
Ozzy
But now I'm a
Osbourne,
Crazy Train guy. So
Yeah, I'm going off the rails of the Crazy Train for sure.
Going off the rails on a crazy train.
Bow, wow, bow, bow.
so we'll do High Rocks and then we'll start a band.
Yes. Yes.
TRT ruined my singing voice. Otherwise, I would be fucking shredding
play
the high
guitar.
notes. Yeah, I can.
Yeah. I'll sing.
Yeah, I'll sing
a good
too.
singer.
I'll sing. So, anything like outside of fitness that people should know about you, man? You like to surf? You like to do anything?
You're gonna be like,
fucking
what the
weird?
fuck else can you talk about?
Well, no, not at all.
yeah.
I think fitness, like, there's two things, right? Men should know. Men should know finance and self-defense.
Mhm.
I think fitness should be a part of everyone's life simply because, listen, like Greg, like we talk about radio, right?
Mhm.
Like, obviously, the radio business is like a herniated disc.
Yeah.
At some point with radio, everyone you know in radio is going to have to fucking figure out podcasts, YouTube, right? But same thing with fitness, right? I blew out my back and hurt myself really bad at 22. Spinal injury is something at some point in everyone's life, man. No one's making it their whole life with no spinal injury.
Sure.
So you're going to have to fucking learn. It took me a long time to learn my body, things that were like, without fitness, dude, I would be curled over in chronic fucking pain, like ready to put a bullet in my fucking head because I was in so much pain for so long at such a young age. I had no choice but to figure it out, carry on, learn, and like learn a lot about, I mean, fuck, dude, like the hornet's nest. You know how complicated the muscles are, the anatomy. You guys are all fucking certified. You know, you read a NASM textbook, dude, and, you know, there's a lot of muscles in the human body. There's a lot. There's a lot of bones. There's all types of shit, and they all work differently. So I had to learn a ton. I think fitness is like, you got to learn it. You got to learn it at a young age, and you got to make it a part of your life. It's not a chore. I mean, dude, I was talking about metabolic health. So you have your blood pressure, you have your cholesterol, you have your waistline. It's just very simple. Eat whole foods and move your fucking body. When you look at all the blue zones, there's all different types of diets. There's all different ways to get there. But ultimately, these are people that move and they eat whole foods. You have to fucking move your body or you're going to die. So if you don't want to fucking die, you have to move your body. Find things you like doing and make it a part of your life. I walk a lot. I mean, you guys did Bro Mountain. You guys were the creators of Bro Mountain. I've walked up and down my street 3 times today. Yesterday I did 3. I'm like, in the nicer months, I'll do it 3 or 4 times. In the winter, I got to go inside, which sucks. I fucking hate it. But I think fitness is, it has to be a pillar of your life or you're gonna fucking die. Like, a lot of people don't know this, man. Cholesterol. They're like, really, your cholesterol comes from your liver. So like how your liver is functioning is a big marker on like what your cholesterol is. I learned a whole bunch about blood too, dude. Your blood vessels, all this shit, oxidating blood, how you heal people with like back pain, things like, God, dude, this is a huge rabbit hole. I don't have time to go down. But basically, make fitness a part of your fucking life. And when you get your blood results, and the more you can learn about the human body on how things work, a lot of times the medical field just wants to slap a Band-Aid on things. They're not asking, hey, what are you eating? How much alcohol do you drink? Which I'm not going to tell
Isn't
anybody
relevant.
the truth. But drinking is very bad for your health, man.
Sure.
It is.
Damages your liver.
Yeah, dude, your
Bad
liver.
for the heart.
Well, yeah, because of the cholesterol and like the plaque. But I'm also a fucking raging hypochondriac. So I've done the venous Dopplers, I've done the ultrasounds on my carotid artery, and I had a perfect score. So I live to see another day.
I think you bring up a good point though with the physical fitness being a core pillar of just like guys and girls, right? 4 guys around this table, but I think for guys and girls, physical fitness is just, you know, coming from the gym guy, one of the greatest things in the world. But it's also funny. So I have not a single certification. I'm not a personal trainer. I am like a gym guy in terms of like I work out and I
Damn,
run
bro
and I
science.
lift. Bro math.
Bro science.
But I think all the more reason where I'm like, dude, I don't overcomplicate things. Like I think it's so important to sometimes take a step back in terms of like everyone's got a podcast, everyone's got information on, your
Yeah.
BMI, your cholesterol, your blood, and like it can get overwhelming. But to your point, dude, like keep it really simple. Eat well, move well. You don't have to run 100 miles. You don't have to do high rocks. You don't have to sign up for the New York City Marathon. Move daily. Could be walking. Move daily. Could be a couple squats before you get out the door. Move well, eat well, feel good, and you'll probably be in a better position than you were.
That is exactly the philosophy of Eat Clean Bro. That
Okay.
was the mastermind. Yeah, because when I was a personal trainer, I was trying to get people, like, I felt bad. So before the financial collapse, personal trainers were getting huge money per hour. Then, like, you saw the financial collapse, people wanted that personal training experience, and they started doing group training. That's where, like, CKO was born and all those, like, group fitness training. Like, so instead of $100 an hour for a trainer, you spent $100 a month and you got like a group fitness class. So you basically got a personal trainer for $100 a month instead of $100 an hour. And that was how like people save money, right?
Yep.
They went from buying personal training sessions to like these like group settings back in like 2008. I started doing this. I started meal prepping for my clients in 2005 because like I wanted to help them. And I was training them 3 days a week and they weren't getting results. And it was like getting frustrating. Then I was trying to tell them how to eat. And the guy would go home, Jamie, I did what you said. I had a whole pound of salami, right? And I'm like, no, Mike, I never fucking said to eat a pound of salami.
No.
I said protein. I said eat less carbs. He's like, well, it was protein. I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what salami is actually. Like, is it a fat or a protein? I think it's actually more of a fat, right? I mean,
Probably 50-50.
well,
Yeah.
I never read the macros of salami because usually it's like, fuck it, throw it out the window, dude. If I'm eating salami, I'm not counting calories, bro.
You know, you're right. I
But
don't know what the hell's in salami.
I don't know if it's a fat or a protein. Right? Is salami a fat or a protein? I don't know, but I could tell you this: don't eat a pound of salami.
Yeah, don't do
right?
that.
Don't
Probably
do it.
have done that. Yeah. You show up at a party, I'm
So
the guy
I
at the
started
side.
cook.
I wanna know.
I started cooking for all my friends, and then like I was helping people, man, and that felt good. So it was really funny. So that's how like that started. But it did start with just like simple. So it was like I'll take all the guesswork and the complicated shit out of it. But now with the way the internet is now, like we're gonna have to go back to complicating things. So now I'm gonna offer a new complicated service that can get people all worked up again. Which whatever, like, try to do your best. You try to put your best foot forward for people and help them. And they're like, oh no, the simple shit. Nah, I want to complicate it. All right, well we'll complicate it. But whatever it is, man. I'm also a businessman, so I got to give people what they want. But I'll also offer the simple shit. So we'll do both, right? What do you got going on that you guys are really excited about in the next 90 days?
So my wedding is in 2 months.
Ooh, that's
Nice.
great. Don't ever let her see you sitting down on the couch. So I have this thing where I get the leaf blower,
Mm.
and like I'll just like on a Saturday
Pretend
or
work.
Sunday, right? I'll just so thing is with women, and this is all of us. So the moth. Do you know why when like you're outside the moths fly to the light bulb? So they've been around for thousands of years and they haven't evolved to the light bulb. So they think it's the moon and they think they're flying straight. But what's happening is like the way they navigate at night is through the moon, but every light throws it off. So while they're spinning around a light bulb, they think they're going straight. Now, when you look at humanity, modern civilization has made life easy. But before, say 200 years ago, if you were a man in the middle of the day laying down on a couch,
Yeah.
your whole family was going to fucking die. Like, you didn't get to do that 150 years ago.
No.
So when, like, if my wife ever does, which she never does, but like in the event, if I'm not doing something I should be doing and she's like, yo, what are you doing? I think back to like historical survival. And I'm like, yo, she's wired to survive and protect the kids. I'm a man. I shouldn't be laying down on this couch at fucking 11 a.m. or whatever, which sometimes I do. But then I get up and I get the leaf blower. And then it's like the light, you know, it's like you turn off the light and the moth flies away. But like, just pick something up and like be like, yeah, man, I'm getting shit done around the house.
That honestly might be the best advice that
Yeah.
I've gotten. That's tactical.
Don't
Like,
let
I
her
can
see
put that
you.
into play.
Don't let her see you lacking. And at a certain point too, like my dad was always like trying to push me. Like, and honestly, man, like we got to look at people and like when we coach people, like I have like so many employees and everyone's different, right? Like the same hot water that softens the potato hardens the egg. Like my dad saw him in me and was probably whatever. He was, I don't think my dad was pretty fucking hardcore. And I don't know if like that much juice was needed where like my daughter is a firecracker. My son is like me, calm, mellow. They're two different individuals. So like, but at a certain age, I think at like 8 or something, like for boys, like they're still just babies, dude. And you just love them. And like, you can't really teach them strategic man shit anyway. It takes time.
Right.
Like even in Sparta,
Mhm.
they didn't send those fucking kids out to war till they were like 8 or 9 or something. So like my son's 6. I'm like, whatever, hug him, kiss him. You still got mad time. They're like babies.
Let them all grow into their own. That's it. There's no need to rush. No
Yeah.
need to rush.
My
I
dad,
learned the hard way as well.
My dad had me fucking doing karate and shit, fucking throwing punches and kicks, fighting people. No, I'm joking. I was, but it was fun, and it was fun.
But our dads thought
was
that that's what we
supervised.
needed. Our dads thought that we needed to be raised harder, you know, and like to take on the world, to be the man. Our dads had everything backwards and wrong.
Well, there's a balance, right?
Mhm.
Because my dad was more of my peer,
Mhm.
right? What was interesting, and I didn't really get that until later because my dad passed away when he was 58, so it was
Don't worry, man. Yeah, I'm sorry.
it was like a
So young.
year before my brother passed, and like in my later years, I would say even just honestly from high school on, like he was more my peer than anything else. And to be honest with you, I went down a pretty dark path during college, drinking, drugs, you name it. Got kicked out of college, let back in, came back to coach because I needed to just walk a straighter line, and you know he never held me accountable necessarily, right? And was my best friend, you know, biggest supporter, you name it. So it was an amazing relationship. But when you need someone to kind of smack the shit out of you and tell you to go, you know, get your shit together,
Okay.
you do need that too to an extent, especially
Okay.
as you get older. Maybe not 6 years old, 8 years old, what have you, right?
Yeah,
He was good.
But
Yeah, no,
but as
As you
a
get older,
grown, you know,
yeah.
14, 15, 16, you know, when you need to start acting like an adult, like you
Yeah.
need that accountability, and that is, I think, part of that role. So just, you know, a balance
what
at the end
happened,
of the
man?
day.
Was it a heart issue? At
So
58?
it's interesting that you bring up the back stuff. Not to freak you out either,
Yeah.
but my dad had a pretty routine neck procedure, and I picked him up from the hospital. He had the neck brace on and
Yeah.
everything. I was making fun of the neck brace, and unfortunately that night he took too much of the medication that they gave him, and it caused swelling to the brain. And he was still with it to the point that he could call an ambulance. Called my uncle, said I'm really having a hard time breathing, and it was the fact that the medication basically caused swelling to the brain and shut down the ability for the body to bring oxygen there. And
He went brain dead and died.
yeah,
Wow.
I woke up,
sorry.
woke up the next morning. I was going to cross country practice to coach. My brother was a freshman in college at the time, and I had my brother and my dad were super close because my parents had gotten divorced. My dad with my brother, myself with my mom, and you know, that was the first experience that I had where you know I lost somebody super close to me. And again, just, you know, this unique perspective that you only got so much life to live and you have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow, so you might as well do
Right.
it your way
Right.
and go big with it.
Jesus, man.
So I think having that unique perspective, again, when you weigh in on stuff, whether it's the gym stuff or the stuff outside of it, or quite frankly even just getting married, like I never in a million years would have imagined that my life would play out to even like be sitting here with you guys talking about any of this shit. And it's all awesome.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Well,
so
That's another thing too with health and fitness, dude. Like you have to know your family history. So my stepdad Matt had a serious family history of like plaque buildup. Like both his brothers had quadruple bypass surgeries. The dad died young of heart issues. So like that's why I asked if it was heart, because there are certain markers like with your family history. Like when you said you lost your dad at 58, I was like, oh fuck. Like I thought of my stepdad at 57 because he was in great shape too. He was actually skating at the skate park. Who the fuck do you know on a skateboard at 57, dude? He was like a shredded surfer guy, loved life, was always working out, talking to me about workouts and fucking putting baking soda in the water, the pH. I mean, he was talking to me about all types of shit. Loved Eat Clean Bro, loved what I was doing, would talk to me about the shit all the time. And, you know, he had me lifting weights, so I was 11 years old. We were fucking benching, working out. He loved it. And that's probably where my dad too. My dad was like a karate guy. He liked lifting and shit too. But all those motherfucking 80s guys were just all juiced up, fucking lifting weights,
I don't
fighting
know.
people.
My
right?
dad had a keg belly and little man tits, dude.
In the 80s?
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, he was
No.
living, yes. Yeah. I don't know.
I
Don't
know.
look here at my man boobs. Bro,
What were you
come
doing
on
in the
now.
80s?
In the
No,
80s,
I don't know. You weren't doing shit in the
I was
80s.
jamming Madonna.
Wow. All right. Well, dude. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Shit, dude. I'm sorry to hear about your dad. That is a fucking monster error, man.
Yeah.
That's medical malpractice, dude. That's like a
It was
big
really
fucking
confusing.
problem.
Yeah, it was confusing at the time, and you don't get left with a lot of answers. So yeah, it was tough, but it also just really pushed me to get going and start living life a little bit more fully. And quite frankly, it was like, all right, you got to figure out shit and start You got to start a business. You got to start making money. You got to show
Yeah.
people around you, your brother, your mom, you name it, like that we can still win,
Yep.
right? And
Yeah.
wouldn't have come home to coach in the first place without my dad, and wouldn't have had the balls or the necessity to probably open a gym or start
Yeah.
a business without
Damn.
it.
Yeah, bro, you gotta turn those lemons into lemonade. That's what I did with Hurricane Sandy. Although people call me a Benny, they tell me to stay in New York. They like fucking all this shit on the fucking in the comments, right? They're like, just stay in Staten Island. I'm like, I only lived in New Jersey my whole life. Like, what do you mean stay in Staten Island? How can I?
You got that accent.
How
You
can
got
I?
the Staten Island accent.
Yeah, I don't have a Staten Island accent. I'm not from Staten Island. I'm fucking grew up.
Who's coming at you?
Dude, in the comments,
The fans.
they're like, stay in New York. I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
But like on what kind of post? Just like, hey,
On the
this is
bro
my
show
family.
stuff.
So we're
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about like, you know, people
Like, meet
from-
my wife Kayla, stay in fucking New York.
Yeah, right. Kayla can't even go in the sun. All right, she needs to stay in the shade. You know, she's like fair. She's got that Irish
I feel that.
complexion. Yeah, I know you
Yeah,
do, right?
It's tough.
Yeah.
Feels good though.
I
No.
wish I could tan.
I am. My kids got my skin. You know, they get tan. So you guys doing anything tonight? You going anywhere?
Going out to dinner with my mom. Going to Second Jetty.
Oh,
For the
dude.
first time.
Second Jetty always makes it on his fucking
Yeah.
I
podcast.
talk about
Yeah,
Second
right?
Jetty all
That's
the
so
time.
funny.
Yeah,
I
several-
walk there. I can walk
several.
from my house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love it there.
No, we've talked about Second Jetty. Last week we talked about Beach Tavern, which by the way I was there. Big shout out to
Yeah.
Beach Tavern.
I was
fantastic.
there. I was there too.
Yeah, fantastic.
I was sweating my fucking balls off. I asked Steve, bro, can I just go in your walk-in box for 3 minutes? I did like a 3-minute timer in their walk-in box. It was great.
Cold plunge. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a great one at Beach Tavern. I think I'm taking Kayla there tomorrow. I'm going to Cousins after this.
Yep.
Nice.
I just love seafood, man.
Yeah.
And
Not
everybody
like-
eats and drinks after the bro show. That's it.
That's why he schedules it on a
He
on
does,
a
right.
Thursday.
I'm
yeah.
still not right
Yeah.
from last
Yeah.
week, dude.
He didn't even comment.
Yeah.
He just shook his head. You
Yeah.
know, it's it.
On the same page.
Dead silence.
Yeah,
That's good.
I've been really on fire with darts and beer pong.
Okay.
Mm.
I only lost once this month.
And like, what you do this like when you go out, or, like just like home
Yeah.
solo?
Yeah, we all have pong tables or darts, and like we
Darts
just
is
fucking
good.
All right,
play.
pretty cool.
But like, dude, the economy sucks so bad that like me and my friends, like, we'll be like, all right, let's get a couple here and have dinner, and we'll go back to one of our homes because, like, we were going out and just spending like thousands of dollars a week just going out, and it was just like kind of like right.
Senseless.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for the restaurants because like
They want your money.
I just feel like if they really wanted my money, bro, they wouldn't be charging me $40 for a fucking margarita. Okay, if you really want me to go, drop the price of the margarita back
That's a good way
down
to
to
look at
20.
it.
You want me to hang out, bro? Get me a fucking drink for 20. I'll come back for 20. But I'm not paying fucking $40 for a drink.
Let's go drink.
Whatever. All right, show's over, motherfuckers. Episode 17.
I know we're all having a good time where we're getting some great stuff, a lot of great stories and content here, but we do have to say hello to our sponsors. We'll be right back with more on The Bro Show. Eat Clean Bro. They deliver fresh, healthy, chef-prepared meals right to your door. So whether you're into bodybuilding or weight loss or just trying to eat better without the hassle of cooking, Eat Clean Bro has got a ton of options for you. Gluten-free options, high-protein options, chicken parm with sweet potato mash, buffalo chicken, mac and cheese, turkey meatballs and pasta, teriyaki salmon with jasmine rice, and Eat Clean Bro delivers within 24 hours in New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania area. So if you're looking to try it out or you want help picking some meals that match your goals, head over to eatcleanbro.com right now. Eat Clean Bro. That's where to go.
Where to go?
All right, another great episode. A lot of good laughs, a lot of good memories, a lot of good stories. Bro Show key takeaway.
I think for this episode with Kieran was just like, you know, take it easy, show up.
Yeah.
And then with Sam, when he lost his father and he lost his brother,
Bro.
he took it was fucking bro. When
I-
I first learned that story, dude, I was fucking heartbroken, but
I
He
didn't know we
took,
were going there.
he took those horrible tragedies and he turned it into helping other people.
Yeah.
So it's like the same hot water that softens the potato, hardens the egg. He took horrible family loss and made the world a better place with it, and it's inspiring. So that would be the Bro Show key takeaway, baby. Probably the
Yeah.
most serious Bro Show key takeaway of the
100%.
of the podcast. But that is a prime example of taking your bad circumstances and you know. So.
I think for me, it was the one episode where you could hear a pin drop. Like we really got serious. You couldn't not be serious. It was I didn't realize, I didn't think we were gonna go there, and then when it happened, it was a moment.
Yeah, I mean, dude,
It was a moment.
He lost his brother
Yeah.
to a fucking fire, which is sad and it's unfortunately common. And his dad was medical malpractice, which is like fucking heartbreaking. Like they're both heartbreaking losses. Like they should both still fucking be here. So it's like, fuck, dude. That would be a huge splinter in my brain. That would be fucking hard for me to get over, man. So big respect for him for taking that and taking that sadness and making the world a better place.
Yeah. Listen, the whole entire podcast, everything that we did today, it ended on a great note. It really was a lot of fun. We had a lot of good laughs at the end of it. And I think that the people upstairs were happy with us today.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah.
That's it.
On that note, guys, episode 17 is in the books. We will see you guys here next week for episode 18 of The Bro Show. And like and subscribe. You got to like and subscribe.
Please like and subscribe.
We need like and subscribers.